It takes so much just to level up one person.
Nah, Genshin does get it on the leveling part. This is Genshin. I like it because the combat with Genshin is really fun, because you can sit up there and basically have two to, I think it's 4 characters. Yeah, you can have like 4 characters. You have like all these elements that you can mix up. Like you got the fucking fire electric, you got the damn freeze and the ice water, something like that. I forget what it is, but it's like what's that one called? It's when you melt. It's melt and something else. And apparently melt does like a shit ton of damage somehow. Or it's like fire and water. And basically it's like, God, you can just do so much damage off that stuff. And it's ridiculous. And it's just like, people are on there, they're like, yeah, look, watch this shit. And they'll like apply all these buffs, and for like just one big fucking hit that basically just one hits a boss, and it's crazy. And I think Genshin is like, if you like combat and min-maxing, go for Genshin. Like Genshin is like a min-maxing dream. You just get as whatever materials you want. You can like get the character up to a certain amount. Like I don't know. And once you have them, it's just like, just go crazy. And then the multiplayer is something else, because this is the thing with, it's already enough that in single player you can switch between them and then do it that way. But if people were actually smart when they play like multiplayer, then you could sit up there and basically, it's interesting. I would actually like a multiplayer full-on co-op Genshin, because at least then it's like, it's an actual team. Like it's legitimate co-op. Like you have to be like, okay, when you ult, then I'm gonna ult. Like it's like Overwatch. We have to sit up there and wait until one of our teammates ult. Like for who was it? Like Orisa and Pharah. Like if Pharah wants to get as many kills as possible, she'd be smart and waiting for Orisa to draw everybody together, or Zarya to draw everybody together, and then all she has to do is just fucking hit one spot. Nobody can hit out of it or shoot down the Pharah because they're too busy getting sucked in and getting like blocked up against each other. So it's too easy. So it's like when you have characters like that on Genshin, it's too easy. Like you can just ult right after the other. You don't have to like hit 1 through 4 on the keyboard or the D-pad on the controller. Your guy is already there, ready to go. Bam, bam! It just fucking happens, and it's a slag. You just get screwed.
Yeah.
So it's just kind of like, you know.
Oh, sadly.
Now that the Genshin multiplayer could be great, but some people don't even like doing that because people are annoying online. You get people online, they don't know what they're doing. They've been playing the game for like 3 years. The game's been out for how long now? And I would feel like people still don't know how to like play the game. I mean, yeah, you can play Genshin casually, but you're gonna be I don't know how to
play casually. Don't join people online.
Yeah, it's like I don't know. I play with people online, and we're out here trying to get like level 60 something top rank artifacts, and you got this kid over here choosing like the wrong element, and I'm just like, why? And it's funny because it's the same thing as Overwatch. It's like I might as well be the healer because nobody else is gonna be the healer for whatever reason, and I'm just like, I don't know. It's like mini Overwatch. You play. It's like if we played Overwatch for 1 full minute, just trying as fast as we could to push the point. That's basically what we're doing in Genshin. It only lasts 1 minute, and we're only gonna grind so many times. So they're like, well, I'm not gonna do a support or help or anything, because if we don't play support, we get in there and we just get one shot. And I don't know, this is crazy to me. And we're all trying to grind for artifacts to maybe get something good.
Yeah, there's no guarantee after all that work.
Yeah, there's no guarantee. You can only do it a certain amount of times a day, and it's just like, it's crazy. It's like, and then when you do it, everybody's like, alright, see you later. Bam, kicked out the lobby. You only ran the run about like 3 times. You'd be lucky to get it the second time, because they probably only needed one more run because they only had 40 stamina left. It's crazy. And then you have to rejoin a lobby. And it's just like, oh my goodness gracious. I don't know. I hope on Zenless that they make more multiplayer stuff other than arcade. I mean, well, they don't have to. I think Zenless is good where it's at right now. They got a lot going on, and they've had a whole video basically addressing mostly. I'm not sure how much of what the fans were asking for, because I wasn't really one of the people asking for anything, but people were asking for stuff, especially the TV thing. They made a thing where now you don't have to do the TV if you don't want to on the highest difficulty. You just fight a bunch of monsters, you get random Rezonia, and you just keep it moving. The only downside I see with the Blitz is that you get less of the currency in order to, I think it's like, there's like this roadmap thing where you use the currency to upgrade your permanent buffs in the challenge area, and you get less of it if you do the Blitz mode than if you just went the longer route of the TV. So I don't know. I mean, if you're really that strong, then you could probably just go ahead and grind it out, but I don't know.
I don't know, but I will say, like, with certain games especially, it feels like that. Like, oh, like what you were talking about before with the whole like fill in a role thing. It's the same thing when I try to do Pokemon with the Scarlet and Violet, and like they have the raids. And okay, Richard, and this is where you probably like Pokemon. They have like the 7-star raids to catch like the rare Pokemon, right? So when I tell you, I was trying to catch this Pokemon. We needed fire. It's a water type. Not water type, grass type. Tell me how this bitch uses a fucking water type. I'm like, of all the fucking shit you can use, you use the one type that's a disadvantage. And it's not like a water type support, and they're gonna support us. And the thing is, in the Pokemon shit, this is what happens. This is what happens, Richard. So it's a timed event, right? So when you'll join up with random people, right? And then you have like they have a timer. It's like a few minutes, right? It's not that long. It's like probably not even 5 minutes, right? To beat the fucking Pokemon, to catch it, right? Right. Keep in mind, some people fight these, like, you can only catch, if it's a super rare Pokemon, the game only lets you catch one of them. But you can still fight it again to get, like, XP and to get, like materials. Like, rare materials will drop. And I think you can still get the materials as long as you keep fighting. So people will still do the fights because they'll get stuff from the fights, right? So, I don't know if this guy just didn't know, but he picked this thing. Keep in mind, he kept dying, and what happens is every time you die, it takes away time from the timer, because essentially we're down a man, and the timer starts going down faster because we have to wait on you to respawn, basically.